Hello, students. Lesson 115 is quite a doozy, not because it's difficult, but because there is a lot of vocabulary to memorize. So I'm going to run through some of it real quick, but I have made a worksheet for you guys that I want you to fill in the definition and draw or sketch an example of each of these important words so to help you memorize and remember them. All right, so getting started, any figure, any flat surface we call a plane, okay? And any geometric figure on a flat surface is called a planar figure. All right, a polygon is a closed geometric shape that's made up of line segments, and we'll look at that in a minute. And then there's a couple other vocabulary words tossed in there. Okay, so this is a geometric shape, but are all the sides of it line segments? No, and it's enclosed, it's planar, but it's not a polygon because it's not all line segments. This is not a polygon because it's not a closed figure. This is what we call a concave polygon because there's an indentation there. And this is what we call a convex polygon because it doesn't have a concaved area, okay? So it has to be a planar figure, geometric shape, all line segments, and it can be either concave or convex. The next little chart, you should have gone over stuff like this before in the past, but it's just kind of defining the different polygons for you. Triangle, of course, has 3 sides. Quadrilateral has 4. Pentagon has 5. Hexagon has 6. Heptagon 7, so on and so forth. The ones that you're going to see come up the most are triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, and then octagon, which should be easy to remember because octo, 8, octopus, 8 tentacles, all right? And if you've studied Latin and Greek, this should come easy for you because those prefixes are all tied to the Greek Greek names for numbers. All right, remember as we name polygons based on their vertex, okay? So where 2 lines come together is called a vertex. Multiple vertex are called vertices, all right? And we name them with letters. Now you can start anywhere on here to name this shape, but it has to go, the letters have to be listed in order. So I can start at H and go H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or I can go H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. You can go clockwise or counterclockwise, but they need to be going in order around the shape for it to be named correctly. The next section talks about regular and irregular. So regular shapes have the same measure, equal lengths, okay? So the length of each of these sides is the same and the measure of each angle is the same. So these are both triangles. This one is irregular, this is regular. These are both quadrilaterals. This is irregular, this is regular, known as a square. These are both pentagons, but this one's regular and this one's irregular. And these are both hexagons, both have, hex, 6. So both have 6 sides. This one's regular. Each of these line segments is the same measurement, and then the measurement of each angle is the same as well, okay? Now, we have some further definitions down here that do come up. They don't come up a ton, but they will come up. You have a trapezoid. A trapezoid has 2 parallel sides, so you can see the top and bottom are parallel, but the up and down sections, the height, is not parallel or are not parallel. A parallelogram has 2 sets of parallel sides. A rectangle is a parallelogram, right? Parallel sides. A rhombus is a parallelogram with equal measures and equal sides. So each of these line segments is the same measure, okay, but the angles are different measures. And then a square is a rhombus, but it's also a square, and by definition a square has equal lengths and equal measures. Whew, that's a lot of vocabulary, hence why I want you to go back through the lesson, fill out the definitions, and fill out an example. If I forget to do this, please remind me, but I will fill out one of these and post it as an example for you in the next couple days. The second half of this lesson is talking about congruence and transformation. Planar figures are called congruent if they're the same size and shape. So they have to be the same size and the same shape. Now within these congruent shapes, there are 3 more definitions, okay? So the first definition is translation. So when we translate a congruent shape, it just moves, okay? So it just moves on the plane somewhere. If we rotate it, it rotates on an axis, but it's still the same size and same shape. And then a reflection is like looking in the mirror, okay? It's just flipped, and it can be this way or or this way, all right? So this lesson, there's not a ton for me to do on the board for you guys, but just go back through, familiarize yourself with those definitions. Like I said, regular, congruent, those are words you need to know. Polygon, triangle, parallelogram, rhombus, those are some of the important words to know, so fill out that worksheet. Not all those terms are on that worksheet, but also don't forget that in the back of your book, there is a glossary. So if you forget what a rhombus is, either look up the lesson that is in the parentheses next to the problem that's talking about a rhombus and look back to lesson 115. We don't have much time left to do that though, do we? Because we only have 7 lessons left, meaning from 114 to 120. Or just look in the back of the book and see what the definition is, or use your handy dandy worksheet that you're going to keep with your schoolwork and your notebook so that you can reference it as needed. All right, if you have any questions, let me know.